At this time, our distinguished guests will enter the auditorium, escorted by their sponsors. I would now like to introduce Sarah Tesler, our Student Council President, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Sarah. Again, good morning, and for those of you who do not know me, I'm Libby Stiles, the principal of Colerain Middle School, and I would like to welcome everyone and thank the veterans who have taken time out of their day to join us in this celebration. On November 11th, 1918, at 11 a.m., the guns stopped firing on the Western Front in Europe, signaling the armistice that ended World War I. November 11th was celebrated as Armistice Day and became a national holiday. In 1954, November 11th was designated as Veterans Day to honor all the men and women who have served in our armed forces. We are here today to honor our heroes, to remember their achievements, their courage, and their dedication, and to say thank you for all of their sacrifices. We stand in the midst of patriots and the family and friends of those who have nobly served. Whether you are here with us today or only here in spirit, we want to take this opportunity to think about the debt we all owe to the millions of brave men and women who have served in our armed forces and have fought to preserve our nation and our way of life. On behalf of our staff, students, and the entire Colerain Township community, we welcome all of our veterans and we hope that you enjoy the program. This is our way of saying thank you. At this time, I ask that you focus your attention on our choir as they sing the national anthem. After the national anthem, our students would like to present a musical tribute. I ask that the veterans stand as your branch of service is played. like to introduce our keynote speaker, Police Officer Barry Rogers, Jr., Colerain alum in class of 1986, enlisted in the Marine Corps the same year. Actively served for 8 years and is a Gulf War veteran. He worked as a Hamilton County deputy in corrections before becoming a Cincinnati police officer in 1999. Please welcome Mr. Barry Rogers.
Thank you. Again, the chorus and the band, excellent job. You guys are very good. Thank you. Thank you for having me here to speak with you today. Not too long ago, actually, it was about a year ago, Mr. Jim Bodmer asked me how would I feel about speaking on Veterans Day. I told him no problem. I don't have a problem at all with thanking anyone who served this country and the people who continue to serve this country. I'll step right up. I love being in the Marine Corps, who, by the way, they need to start recruiting a little bit more. We need a few more, but I see a few out here. I wanted to talk to you about service and what service means to me. It's not an individual. This is by no means about myself, my journey. It does nothing. Service is about being a part of something a lot bigger than yourself, serving something bigger than what you want, the wants of others, collectively. And you don't have to have a uniform on to serve. You don't have to be in a branch of the service to serve. It pretty much starts a lot earlier than what you think. I sat right here, well, not right here, but over in the other building, right where you were. And it started playing on a football team, being involved in a community. Next thing you know, you think about joining the military. And that's exactly what I did. And I was in the military for 8 years, served in various units. I finished up in a line company, Fox Company 2-5, and we went to the Persian Gulf. I mean, no bigger honor than to defend your country or defend others. Except the next operation that I took part in was an operation in Bangladesh. It was a relief effort, and I took probably a lot more pride in that than I did serving in combat. Helping other people is a lot better than serving in some conflict. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that those things are not necessary, but I'm saying it's all about serving. After I got out of the service, as I worked for the sheriff's department, I didn't even know law enforcement that's what I wanted to do. But I did get involved in law enforcement. I've worked for the Cincinnati Police Department now almost 17 years. And I enjoy every day of it because I'm serving not only my community, my city, and I'm helping other people. And that is extremely important to me. And I think, as I said before, it doesn't start because you join something. It starts the moment you start caring about something. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to recognize our veterans and acknowledge them for our appreciation. As your name is called, please come forward to be recognized. Your sponsor will escort you up and in front. We will announce one name at a time, and then just please rise as your name is called. Please hold all applause until the end. First, Bob Reedy, Army, 1971 to 1973. He's the uncle of Mary Brinker. And Zach Raymond, Navy, 2012 to 2015, cousin of Mary Brinker. Randall Gondrell, Army, 2002 to 2013. He's the cousin to April Cox. Michael Seiler, Marines, 2002 to 2008, uncle of Brandy Hammonds. Terry Gill, Marines, 1972 to 1976, great uncle of Ryan Johnson. Jerry Deersing, Army, 1966 to 1968, grandfather of Livy Keenan. Carl Lane, Navy and Navy Reserves, 1988 to present, father of Carday Lane. Patrick Simmons, Marines, 1982 to 1985, uncle of Carday Lane. And Scotty Simmons, Marines, 1984 to 1987, uncle of Carday Lane. Timothy Lemker, Army, 1998 to present, the father of Nathan Lemker. William Mason, Army, 1963 to 1965, grandfather of Ethan Mason. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. You may be seated. Harry L. McCain, Army, 1969 to 1971, grandfather of Cyrus McCain. Samuel J. Dula, Marines, 1970 to 1974, grandfather of Ramia Ray. Frank Donaldson, Navy, 1962 to 1966, family friend of Justin Reddick. Raymond Kirk Reddick, Army, 1985 to 1988, father of Justin Reddick. Thomas Roberson, Marines, 1942 to 1945, grandfather of Celeste Roberson. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. Brad Lowe, Navy, 2006 to 2013, stepfather of Jillian Sams. Stanley F. West, Sr., Army, 1977 to 1991, grandfather of Sierra West. Jack Verst, Navy, 1952 to 1955, grandfather of Cody and Emily Heffron. Tim Verst, Army, 1979 to 1982, uncle of Cody and Emily Heffron. Chris Batchelor, Army, Air Force, 2006 to 2013, friend of Jaden and Gunnar Peschney. I'm sorry, I knew that. Chelsea Peschney, Air Force, 2009 to present, sister of Jaden and Gunnar Peschney. Jason Peschney, Air Force, 1988 to 2009, father of Jaden and Gunnar Peschney. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. David Fogelson, Navy, 1983 to 1999, father of Samantha and Joshua Temke. Cheryl Fogelson, Army, 1987 to 2014, aunt of Samantha and Joshua Temke. Margaret McMurtry, Army, 1982 to 1984, mother of Zach McMurtry. Jim Bodmer, Navy, 1960 to 1986, father of Kathy Grimm. Chad Butterworth, Air Force, 2015 to present, cousin of Aaron Kunkemuller. Ooh, Aaron Mung. This must have been done before she got married. Cody Centers, Army, 2014 to present, cousin of Aaron Mung. And Eric Kunkemuller, Air Force, 2009 to present, brother of Aaron Mung. Okay. David Meadows, Navy, 1985 to 1991. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. George Mavrodoglu, Navy, 1965 to 1969, father of Christy Toth. And Dean Toth, Marines, 1992 to 2009, husband, Christy Toth. Lloyd Howard, Army, 1950 to 1952, father of Vicki Zeiner. Ronald Silversack, Army. Killed in action 4/20/1966, cousin Vicki Zeiner. And last but not least, Barry Rogers, Marines, 1986 to 1994. Please give them a round of applause. I would now like everyone to focus their attention on our orchestra as they play our closing number. I need to say it for both times, right? First time, completely escaping.
Honor and glory is dedicated to the brave men and women in our police force, fire departments, and military who risk their lives to protect, rescue those in need, and uphold our freedom.
This does conclude our program. I would again like to thank all of our veterans for their courage and their dedication who are here with us today, as well as Barry Rogers, our keynote speaker. Please give them one more round of applause.